I've got a new routine now. I used to sit in my room in the hotel, or when I lived in Samui in my house, and do my videoing, but I'm gonna get out in the fresh air a little bit. It's too good to be sitting inside, so I've set up my office here in the hotel, just outside round by the swimming pool. Sit here in the daytime, do a little bit video editing, and if it gets too hot I can just jump in there and cool down. I noticed this temple opposite the hotel. It looks very interesting. Go through these gates here, you can see it up top there. It sits high on a mountain, and I'm in need of some exercise, so I'm going to head up there now. It's called Wat Khao Phithat Saksit, and I would imagine the views from up there would be magnificent. So let's take a walk. There's a huge Buddha statue there, temple. Ooh, a lot of soy dogs. Ooh, many soy dogs.
I've never really been a religious person, but since coming to Thailand, Buddhism has interested me ever since I got here. I'm still not a Buddhist by any means, but I do like the religion. A couple more soy dogs. You often find soy dogs at temples because they get fed. One's very aggressive. I don't think he likes me very much. You really have to be quite careful around soy dogs. Most of them are pretty placid and just looking for a little bit of food from you or something, but some of them are very aggressive. They're hungry, they're desperate. And I suppose they like to protect their territory.
Ooh, it's quite a walk. And as usual, as I say often, these temples are never built in easy places. They tend to put them high on mountain tops, overlooking the sea or the land below.
Looks like this temple could do with a little bit of maintenance.
Steps are in a little bit of disrepair, overgrown as well. Don't think many people come up here. Oh yes, look, it's been you wouldn't want to come up here at night. It is in disrepair. I don't know if it's worth going up. Very dangerous, I think. So I think they've put this across here to stop people from going up. So I won't bother going up there. There's my hotel. But you can imagine what the views would be like from the top. So that didn't work out how I planned, so I'm going to drive to Cha-Am and see if that's improved any since the last time I was here. Last time I was here in last July, it was going through a very bad period with no tourism, but I'm going to go and have another look because I know Hua Hin has improved so much. A lot of traffic, a lot of tourists. Certainly changed a lot since last time I was here. So let's go and have a look at Cha-Am. Traffic is mayhem here where they're building the railroad. They've got these temporary roundabouts and just crazy. Oh good, no traffic, I'm okay. Just keep going. So we'll head to Cha-Am. It's about 20-minute drive from the centre of Hua Hin, maybe a little bit longer, maybe closer to 30 minutes depending on traffic. But it's a nice drive, nice scenic drive. I quite enjoy driving to Cha-Am. When you drive in Thailand, you've got to reinvent how you drive. If you drive like you do in your own country, you'll never get anywhere. It's bad driving, I know, but if you give way at a roundabout, you'd be there all day because no one takes any notice of roundabouts. Driving here, you've got to be aware of everything. You know, you don't just think about your own driving and think, oh, you know, I'm doing the right thing. You've got to you look at the driver in front of you more. You look at who's coming out from the left. You look for car doors opening onto the road where you could hit you. You know, people don't look in their mirror and then make sure there's nothing behind before they open their car door. They just open a car door. So I always try and stay about a metre away from the side of the road where cars are. And you'll notice that most people don't wear helmets, but everyone wears masks, which is just crazy. You know, you wear a mask to drive, but you don't wear a helmet. Where's the sense in that?
And it's not just Thai people. Many foreigners come here on holidays or to live, and they don't wear helmets either. You wouldn't do that in your own country, but they have no worries about doing it here.
Look, everywhere, no helmet, but mask. He's frightened he's going to get COVID going 80 kilometres an hour on a motorbike, but he's not frightened that if he comes off that motorbike at 80 kilometres an hour, that he's not going to hurt his head or get brain damage or something from an accident. Crazy, sheer stupidity. In Thailand, driving here, you've got to forget about the way you were taught back in the West. I didn't when I first came here. I tried to stick by the rules because that's how I was taught all them years ago, and that's how I always drive. Since coming to Thailand, I have to forget those rules. I can't go by those rules anymore because if I do, I'll never get anywhere. I'm not saying I don't drive safely, I do, but for instance, if I'm at a roundabout in the West, in Australia, I would give way to the right, always. You know, so if there's a car on the roundabout, he gets right away, or she gets right away. But here, no one gives way, so you've just got to force your way through. You've got to watch out for who's coming, and if there's a gap in the traffic, you make a bolt for it and try and get through. It's a crazy way to drive, and I don't like it. But if I just sit at that roundabout, I'll never get anywhere. I don't do what a lot of Thais do, go through red lights, and I do drive to the speed limit, but I have to bend the rules. I suppose that's the way to look at it, bend the rules. But when I go back to Australia, I've got to reinvent myself and make sure that I drive by the rules again, not drive like I do in Thailand.
Many Thai drivers don't have driving licenses, and many of the vehicles are unregistered. More so nowadays with the lack of money due to COVID, with a lot of people being unemployed. They just don't bother registering their cars, which means they're uninsured. In 2021, over 22,000 people died on the roads in Thailand, which is a lot more than people died of COVID. One of the main reasons for that is there's very little police presence on the roads. You very rarely see the police out and about. I've never seen a breathalyzer unit yet, or speed cameras. There's a lot more than 22,000 people die on the roads in Thailand, because they only register the deaths of people who die at the scene, not the people who die from their injuries when they get to hospital.
So here we are downtown Cha-Am on the beach. Seems to be a lot more umbrellas out now. I came here last July, there was nothing along the beach. It was everything was shut because of COVID. But lots of umbrellas. It's now lunchtime, about 12 o'clock, and I say lots of chairs, lots of umbrellas, but unfortunately no customers that I can see. I'll park the bike up and we'll go and take a walk. So here we are in downtown Cha-Am, right on the beach. Last time I was here, which would have been about June of last year, so what's that, close to 7-8 months ago, I did a video called Is Cha-Am broken or just gone into hibernation because of COVID? I came and did a video and it was demoralising. It was very bad. The whole town had just about closed down. There was nothing open, no one was on the beaches. There was no umbrellas like now. As you can see, there's lots of umbrellas, lots of tables and chairs set out, and it's like this all the way down the beach. Looking along the street there's people selling things for the beach toys, and it's a lot better. But from what I see at the moment, the problem is that everywhere's open, but there doesn't seem to be a whole lot of customers. Let's have a little walk through here and have a walk along the beach. But the town is looking good. I mean, it really does give me hope when I see the town looking like this, because this is how it looked 2 years ago. But 2 years ago, all them seats, or the majority of those seats, would have been filled and people would have been sitting there having lunch or a few drinks. But there is some people. Yeah, it's a little bit busy. Two years ago, before COVID, very few Thai people went to the beach. You very rarely saw them. I think they felt a little bit intimidated by so many Farang holidaying here. They tended to not go to the beach, or if they did, they would go to a secluded beach where the foreigners didn't know about. But now they've reclaimed their beaches. All these people in Cha-Am are Thai. I don't see any Farang. Lots of Thai people come for the weekend or for the holidays, and they're reclaiming their beaches. I think they're feeling that they can enjoy themselves without having all these foreigners around. So that's quite good, I think, for the Thai people and the Thai children. They can come and play on the beach now without feeling like someone's taken their country from them. In Hua Hin, it's all foreigners. But here in Cha-Am, from what I see here, there are no foreigners here. They must be staying in Hua Hin or the surrounding areas like Khao Phithat Saksit. And the Thai people have come here to holiday. This must be their town now. But it's pleasing to see so many businesses back on track, not making a lot of money, but if they're making a little bit of money and preparing for the future, that's good. It's when they're all closed and there's nothing here, that's when it's a worry, because you worry that it's not going to come back, that tourism's going to stay away for many years. But yeah, it's picking up. I must admit, it makes me very happy to see this. It's about 1 o'clock now. As you see, many Thai people, but I haven't seen one Farang or one foreigner, whereas 2 years ago you wouldn't have found any Thai people. Only Thai people you would have found would be the people who were serving the foreigners the food and the drink. But what a beautiful beach, and what a beautiful views, calm seas. Just have a little walk. I'll just film, I'll shut up talking for a minute. You can have a look and look for yourself and see how beautiful it is. But as you can see, I mean, as far as the eye can see, there's umbrellas, tables and chairs. Yeah, life's getting back to normal a little bit. It's very good. If this other spike hadn't hit with this Omicron or whatever it's called, if that hadn't happened, I think it would have been even more busier than now. It would have been, I think we would be getting a little bit normal. But when that happened and the Thai government stopped the pass into Thailand with vaccinations in November, they decided that if you had 2 vaccinations you could come in and only quarantine for 1 night, take a COVID test, and then the next day when that was a clear test and you were negative for corona, you could go on your merry way. But that changed when this Omicron came, the new one out of South Africa or out of Africa. That all changed then, and now it's probably suffering a little bit because there's tourists here, but there's no new tourists, or very few new tourists coming into the country, because anyone who comes in now has to quarantine, and that's a shame, because November, I think everyone thought that the worst was over and they were going to get back some kind of normality. They opened up their shops, they opened up their bars, they started to feel positive, and then that changed when this new variant came into the country. But from what I hear and what I gather, it seems to be not as serious and as bad as what they first thought. So the government are keeping an eye on the situation, and hopefully they might go back to letting people into the country without quarantine, as long as they have 2 vaccinations and a COVID test. Okay, I'm going to head back to Hua Hin, take the drive back, and tonight I'm going to go to Bangkok. It's a Friday night, and they've got live music, so I'm going to go, and hopefully it's a good band this time. I went the other day and it was slow music and quite depressing, the music. You get that sometimes, but most of the time it's nice rock and easy listening Thai music.
So if you haven't already done so, please push the subscribe button, it'll help me a lot, thank you very much, and push the thumbs up button. And if you know of anyone who might like to watch my videos, push the link button and forward that to them. If you're thinking of retiring or living in Thailand, please take a look at my book, The Retiree in Thailand Handbook, the first 6 months. You'll find it on Amazon. It's crammed full of information to help you tiptoe over the logistics of making Thailand your home in retirement. Thanks a lot for watching my video. So until next time, stay safe, keep smiling, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers for now.